I've been finishing up some of the shirts for the contest winners. So I already shipped a couple out, but just finishing the last of them up. So I think these came out pretty good. I really like this S2K one. That thing's sick. So yeah, getting them all finished up, and these will be shipping out pretty soon. And actually, I'm pretty sure there's still a couple people that did not reply that won, so hopefully they find out that they won, or else I'm not going to be able to send them anything. But congrats to you guys. The shirts definitely look pretty sick. Sorry to those who did not win a t-shirt. I know some of you guys really wanted to get one, but we will probably have more giveaways in the future, so stay tuned for that. I just didn't realize how long these were going to take me to make, just since each one is pretty much completely custom. Definitely took me some time, longer than I thought it would. But there will be more giveaways in the future, so you'll always have another chance to win. We were going to head over to PFI to check out that sand crawler thing, the Toyota Land Cruiser on the dyno, but I guess it has a water leak that they have to fix, so they are not able to put it on the dyno today. But I'm definitely going to try to get a video of that when he does put it on the dyno, because it's sick as fuck. But right now we're going to take the hatch to Walmart real quick. This will be its first drive with the new exhaust, so hopefully nothing leaks. I know you guys are going to give me shit, but I really got this return freaking hack together. I just got the bubble wrap and freaking painter's tape holding it up, but like I said, there's no pressure right here, and this really doesn't get that hot at all, so it should not leak, but I guess we'll find out. And right now the radiator's held up with some leftover welding wire, like right there, and then there's one on the top up here, so it's definitely really hood, and I know I'm gonna get judged for it, but I really don't care. So we're gonna go to Walmart real quick, make sure it warms up fine, make sure nothing's out of the ordinary, and yeah. So I was reading your guys' comments about installing this gauge, about the constant and switched ignition wires, and I don't know how I didn't think of it, but yeah, the constant wire is definitely for the color memory, so when you change the color on this guy, it'll keep the color what you set it to. So I guess I just had mine always set to the default blue color, so I never even noticed. But yeah, I'll probably rewire that in later on to make it right. The gauge works good though. Once it warms up, it's just under 20 psi at idle, so that's pretty normal. Everyone was freaking out because it had 60 psi when I first started up, but that's because it was cold.
Yeah, mine idle's at like 85.
Yeah, because you freaking upgraded that shit. We made it to Walmart. No leaks at all, so that's holding up. I mean, we just drove over 2 miles to get here, and nothing is leaking whatsoever, so guess it's holding up. Fuck it, it's working. Just came to get some paper towels and trash bags. We also looked for new flip-flops because Charlie needs a new pair, but freaking Walmart doesn't have any.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of business they're running here.
Some bullshit.
Bullshit.
Just because it's snowing outside doesn't mean people don't want to buy flip-flops.
No. Obviously I wanted to, so it's one customer.
One customer lost. Of us in Charlie's Waggo and full of trash in the back. It weighs 2,800-ish. It's bouncing around.
Let's see what it weighs on the way out.
Yeah, it's like 2,800. So continuing from yesterday, we're here at the dump. We're throwing Charlie's Waggo away. We're just gonna leave it here because it's kind of a piece of shit. It matches everything. It's the same color. Everything's all brown and shitty out here. And we're just gonna walk home.
Oh my god, this thing's like at least 50 pounds. Bottles. See ya.
2740 to 60-ish without the trash. How much do you weigh?
Around 135.
I'm like 150. So
300 pounds of people.
Yeah.
2,400.
Yeah, so without us in it, Waggo's about 2,400.
2,450.
Somewhere around there.
It's not bad for a full interior.
Not bad for a 4-door all-wheel drive full interior.
Yeah, factory they're like 26. So I mean, I shaved 200 just getting rid of stupid shit.
Now that we got the trash dumped off, we're gonna go ahead and ship out some of the shirts for the winners. So I just gotta get all these guys weighed in and get them sent out. So for those of you who won, they should be coming to you pretty soon. On the way back, Charlie stopped by O'Reilly's to get some new pads and rotors for his Waggo because his brakes are taking a shit too. And I got some red RTV gasket maker, and I'm gonna be putting that on the exhaust on the hatch just because it leaks right around that first fitting. I have a gasket in there, but I can still see it leaking through there. So I'm just gonna try to seal that up before I try to take it to emissions or anything like that. And then also this just came in the mail when we got back. This is the oil sandwich plate for Waggo, and I'm actually gonna go ahead and put this in real quick. So I'm gonna back the hatch out and get Waggo in here and work on that while Charlie's working on doing his brakes. We got the front brakes done on Charlie's. He's still over here working on the back ones for the drums. Kind of looks like a pain.
Yeah, I'm done with this one. We can go in depth with the other one.
Yeah. I'll show you guys how to do a drum brake when he does the other side. Just got my Waggo finished up. Has new oil filter. Got that sandwich plate put on, and I installed the oil pressure gauge. And I actually wired this one up correctly so it remembers the color. As you can see right now, it's blue, and if I switch it to like green, then I shut the car off, everything's off, turn it back on, still green. So got that wired in correctly this time, and yeah, now I just need a place to mount that one as well.
Alright, I just finished up this side, and I'm gonna start on the other side. I just wanted to make sure that they fit beforehand because they are a little wider than the ones that came off, but not by much. And they do fit. So drum brakes are a little more complex than rotors, but as long as you just do it one step at a time, they're not too complicated. Alright, so to get these off, you just can thread in these two bolts and it pushes the drum off. And then, yeah, so there's that. And then anyone that hasn't seen a wagon rear end, Honda wasn't playing around when they did these shocks and springs. They're pretty beefy. And then there's the diff back there. These axles are pretty strong. Obviously they're holding up just fine. All mine are just stock axles.
So tell us what you need to do to change these pads inside a drum, or whatever they're called.
Those are called shoes.
Oh, well, they're just curvy pads.
I don't know, this pretty much applies to like all cars. There's this is the e-brake cable. Well, assembly, the cable actually runs right here. So usually you start with that. It's just a spring, and then this little retainer, this keeps it from coming loose. I can stay on. But there's two springs, one on top and one on bottom. You gotta take both those off. And this is how to do it without the special tools. It's kind of hard because these springs are really tight, but the best tool to use is like a little pair of vice grips so you can clamp down on these. And then there's these clips, which on this is probably the easiest route to start with. You take those clips out, and then they just go through the back to hold them. Just unhook all of this. And if you can pull it up, get this out, it relieves the tension on the springs. You can take all of this out at once. So this is what adjusts your e-brake. This whole thing is the ghetto way to do things. All the wrong tools.
But it works.
of them are off, and then putting it back on. So, same way it went together.
So Charlie just got his brakes all done on his Waggo. He got new rotors in the front and pads, and then new shoes in the back. He didn't do new drums in the back just because they were like a special order and he didn't want to wait. So he did put new shoes in the back though. Most people don't even mess with the back brakes. I know, I really don't. But he got his all done. My Waggo's good to go now, so I should be able to drive this thing around no problem. Just got to put the front bumper back on it, and I still need to pass emissions in this one as well. But that's for another video. I'm going to be doing that later, not as worried about passing emissions on Waggo yet. And then tomorrow I'm either going to be working on the hatch because I should get the rest of the pieces I need to make the manifold. So Hayden knows a guy who's selling like he sells parts, and he has the collector and more 90s and then some straight pieces, everything I need to make the top mount. I still do need to see about trying to pass emissions in the hatch first before I could put the new turbo manifold on if we make one. So if I do work on the hatch tomorrow, I will probably fix the exhaust leak on it and then touch it up and then just try to get it ready to pass emissions, and hopefully we can make it pass. So we're gonna have to make it pass one way or the other, or else I won't be able to register it. But we'll figure that out tomorrow if I work on the hatch. And if I'm not working on the hatch, I will probably work on this thing, because all I need to do, at least for right now, is get the motor all the way mounted in. I still need to put the front and back mounts on, and then I can start plugging the wiring harness in and then start figuring out where things need to go. Like this, I was actually looking today. This is the factory MR2 like coolant hose, and this pretty much looks like it was just designed to go right there. Like it was made to be there. Look at that. I'm assuming that's where it would go on this swap, but look at that. It's just like it was made to go right there. Fits up nice and perfect. So hopefully there's a lot of little things that just kind of fit up easy, but we'll figure out as we go on this guy too.